Yes. Day one. Yeah, I'm just gonna do Flint's game, grinding, normal, and just if you guys would like, you guys can listen to the yesterday one. It's live.
And we saw the taste of their rotation there. We saw them last time in a previous game go down. They had to use a shark pad here, and it was not enough, and they went down early here. As Hen, Tayson, and Chapix here are going to try to third party
for the last like 2 hours. Or not 2 hours, but like, yeah, I wasn't for a while. Like hour and a half, 2 hours.
No chance that zone pulls in as well. They know exactly what their goal is, where they need to be. It's gonna be a good pass.
Fucking Tyson's doing good in his trio.
No sight line, no yet. Here we go. Gotta get to the top of this little bump here. Nicely done.
Oh god, he's about to
gotta get up. This is a bad place to be. You gotta get up here quickly before the rest of the lobby catches up to you.
Still gonna be Logan. I'm gonna be praying maybe that next zone, the 6-1 pulls a little bit towards them. A lot of their shields are gonna be invested. I think all of them actually up inside this position. At the same time, look at the angle they have. An entire spray onto a mid to low ground box. It'll be very hard to edit out from over there. And Cammy said Teak will be able to assist as well. We're gonna be seeing Genesis team, or Tasteless team on the right side, excuse me, and then Cammy on the top, helping with support the entire time.
You know that meme that's popular where it plays that chaotic music and then they play the classical music? That's what we're seeing. We saw the taste of it. Tasteless like chaos music everywhere, and then we have these cool chill vibes up here in the sky with Cammy City and Teak, who might have a performance here for Game 4.
If they actually get to get a little bit of the refreshes from the eliminations they had in the last zone, because they have so much invested inside this tarp, and then Seti still has so much mats still ready to go in terms of tarps in the big base. Savage is going to be right below them. Tasteless is going to be all the way on the low ground. It might be a max pull for the height team. But Tayson had a
my fucking Tyson's doing good.
I think Seti pulled zone. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
He has 1 kill. 73 knots. He only has 7 bullets. That's not good.
It's a couple of seasons ago. Last season essentially is, or this season, sorry, it's like a pepper effect to be able to chug splash their way through.
Alright, might just go for the chili splash and dash. That's exactly what Queasy's trying to do.
Ooh, I like that.
A big connection. And this is what I'm talking about. Haven't seen it happen just yet, but a high ground position for Thomas, Anas, and Queasy. We just saw them in a mini base all the way down on low. But for some reason, every time they have height, it gets so tricky. It gets so finicky. Every single person wants to go and try to grab it, them deny, as they also try to fly off of a launch pad. Meanwhile, Tayson and Chapix, they wait down below.
Yeah, Tayson's doing good.
No doubt are having flashbacks of holding on to height and all of a sudden getting taken away from them as Chapix gets a knock on Benji. But you look at that mad dash that you were talking about is happening.
Tayson's doing good, guys. Oh my god, you guys are watching
this position on the low ground near the front, but you gotta be careful because Cammy City and Teak, who are on the high ground, may have made their way to the low.
All about making space and looking for control. Meanwhile, for Thomas HD, it's all about dropping down pressure and making sure no one is confident enough to challenge the people, the high ground rulers of this end game. This being
and blowing up, okay.
There's so many open sidelines for height that maintain control, play every angle. Tayson, meanwhile, is kind of at home, but it looks like a little bit of a war inside the living room. He has to make sure he breaks through every single box. 10 HP inside the zone. He's not fast enough.
That was interesting.
Right on his feet right there. Hendo will move all the way around from the other side. Chapix got dinner to go with Benji before, but now has to go for a reorder.
Oh my god. Ogway's dying. Oh my god. Ogway's at 33.
All the way from the top side down to his head. He has to mini up again, and now it's just him and Hen. 2v3.
Yeah, because Tayson just died. Fucking Tayson. He just died, guys. Oh god.
And he's still keeping things alive.
Ogway's at 12. Oh my god. And Gold Hen X is pretty low too.
Oh my goodness, you have so many eliminations in the feed as Matzo picks up Hen. So it's now up to Chapix here with only 62 health to work with here. It's not going to be easy. No mats. Will we watch another clutch as Queasy takes out Seti? So that trio's a little bit low. But now Chapix here is going to have to use hardcore, jumping off of cones, working up of bills, looking for a knock and helpfully getting that siphon and refresh. He dipped into the right time. Yes, did he get it? Yes, he did. Kylie gets knocked.
Oh my god, Oogway just got siphoned.
Just the siphon material.
Yeah, it's only Oogway left in that trio. Gold Hen X is dead and so is Tayson. Who's where?
He has the bounce back. He's not going to be able to find it just yet, though. Has to go for another big siphon. It's solos all around. He's playing all the way back into a chapter one type style. Of all blocked off. Another two to run into. This too much to handle. He goes down. Queasy and Thomas HD all the way on height. They still have control.
Yeah, so yeah, all of the fucking Tysons, oh my god, there's a mythic. Dude, somebody has a mythic. 100 team Mr. Savages. Yeah, Savage is about to die, I think, yeah. Yeah, Savage is gonna die. Yeah, Benji Fisher just died, and then, yep, he just died. Okay, Gold, Annas, and Quickest Kane, and Ash Thomas HG. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Annas just got the dub. Oh my god. That was insanity. Watching the replay.
When we first saw them, they had 0 eliminations when they took the high ground, and now they got it, and they got 6 eliminations here. Good win to start off here in Game 4, but we just have 2 more games left, and I feel like we had so much kind of action going for it, and all preparation for that day too.
I feel like there's an absence of fear as well from every single player. On height, it looks calm and collected. On low ground, it just looks lethal for every player in a solo, Sancho. They start looking like, you know, squads themselves as single players. It's insane.
I wonder, you know, people love to mimic greatness, right? So Kami Satik, they went on the low ground. We haven't seen a lot of high retakes constantly happening over and over again. There's the pad and everything, but it hasn't been happening. Maybe we're not seeing it, but from my understanding, it just looks like the high ground just been holding on to height all the way from zone 4 all the way to close.
Absolutely. We'll see what Zeke, Levin, and Reese have to say about height and low for this segment.
High and low are my emotions right now on this roller coaster that is the FNCS Grand Royale. Levin, don't look at me. Don't give me that look, buddy. My goodness, what an incredible game. And what I like out of this, we'll talk about these 2 winning teams in just a moment. Benji Fishy and Greta and Mr. Savage, they finally make it into your 3rd place. So this team has come online. Of course, it's after Malabuga goes down early, right, Levin? They get some breathing room. They say, okay, we can place top 3. That's fine.
Yeah, well, look. They've had 2 games where they've actually had a chance from Steamy. Both of those games, 4th place, 3rd place, a couple of eliminations there. This is why we say, by the way, if they're not contested, they could probably win FNCS. We're not just fanboys, right? Like, they actually are really good. There's plenty to talk about from that game, right? Where you have the 1st place team going into the game, going down in shambles. That's the makings of an exciting game, right? Because you have all these teams now who are below them, Reese, who are all fighting to get 1st place.
Yes, exactly. We saw Melodi's team right here with PKR and Cappy doing so good in the first few games, the 9th, 4th, and the 7th, all with a ton of eliminations. But this game right here, going down in 29th, 0 eliminations, a 0-point match for them, is by far the worst they've had so far. They started so well. I'm slightly concerned that this now might be a downwards turn for them.
Yeah, they're not a trio that strikes me as one as having the experience of some of the competitors they have, right? They've not necessarily been in these types of games, and so when there's a change in game state where, you know, they're sitting above everybody else and they have to hold on to that lead, that becomes a challenge for them. But, you know, I'll be real for them, right? You always like to see the newcomers trying to get involved. I think the big thing with that game, right, is finally seeing Queasy, Thomas, and Anas come through. Of course, Chapix as well. Again, more solo clutches. More people popping off as solos. Once again, this is why I said when Chapix is in the lobby, it's like, you know, there's 3 extra.
Yeah, I have 100 builds.
Shots like these.
Just around there. Yeah. I can build 100 times.
Someone that's been doing this for a long time and you've not slowed down.
Absolutely.
I have 2 kills because I can't find anyone.
That's not the right word. Everyone rates him, but he's just one of the most least talked about players for the accolades that he has. Obviously, the FNCS Championship, the domination that his teams have had previously across seasons, in particular season 5 and 4. They were absolutely incredible, and the dynamics between him and Hen are so good. Historically, going all the way back to over a year now, splitting up last season didn't seem to be worth it. Now that they're back together, 143 points after game number 4. This is looking really good for them.
Well, it's funny you talk about the dynamics between them 2. As much as it seems to work, I think their personalities, they're both big personalities. We'll call it that, right? And sometimes it doesn't work, right? Sometimes it's like water and oil when it doesn't mix well. But in other cases, you know, like today so far, it does, and you get 1st places from them. Looking forward to seeing that. And Benji and Mr. Savage, I know 11th place doesn't maybe look good, but considering they basically have 2 games, right? Like, 2 games went down the 1, of course, no points out of those. But the 2 games where they've actually had the chance to play games out, 4th and 3rd is not bad. Good amount of eliminations as well. This is one of the best teams in the lobby, genuinely.
I'm sure people out there making a little counter that are going, oh, it's 2-2 now to Ben.
Okay, 30 seconds till next match.
Off spawn. I mean, I wouldn't be doing that. There's stuff
25.
written down on the paper here, Ben.
Doing that.
I think you also got to know that right now in the previous season, right, or this season in actual FCS that we saw earlier, we've also seen way more success from Malabuka when they came off of spawn. So right now we're seeing way more success from Benji Fish team when they're managing to be successful out of that spawn. Like you said, the top 3s in 2 of those games, really, really good. So
5,
let's see how that plays out
4,
over the next 2 days.
3, 2, 1.
It's interesting.
Next game starting.
Coming back.
Loading into the battle bus.
They're a better team. Just say it. They're a better team. It's just the contest.
I don't know.
It doesn't work out for them. They are the better team.
I think if they were on con, they would be.
Yeah, they're the better team. Give them a chance to spawn and watch what they'll do. They'll go win games.
Why don't we keep this going with Sancho West and Charwager at 5?
Okay, they were just loading into the battle bus to game us.
What do you think? Look, over here on the casting that seat, we're a team, right? There's no contestation on this one. It seems like there's a little bit of contestation for Ziano's desk on some takes in terms of who's better and whatnot. Where do you land on this, Sancho? Maybe we're not on the same team in terms of who you think is better overall, at least in this competition.
Oh, I don't know, man. I always let the leaderboard speak for itself, right? At the end of the day, right?
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I mean, if I had to pick, I'm on Team Zeke all the way.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down for Zeke and Mr. Prime, sale time.
Let's go.
If we can lock it in. But right now,
Yeah, they're just loading into the battle bus, so it says.
for the Grand Royale, we'll see exactly how these teams are adapting. Who actually ends up 3-2 off spawn to Steamy Stacks? And what is the situation at Dirty Dogs as well? Because we see an off-spawn fight there 24/7. Our victors before this game, Caffey, PKR, and Melody overall dropped from first all the way to 5th place after missing out a game. Those are the stakes, Sancho. If you're in first place right now, you're going to want to be hungry and stay active, eating as the games go on. You miss one meal, you are outside of that big money potential. You're outside of having a pedestal onto day number 2.
I'm gonna just
That is
go
huge.
temple.
You want to stay consistent right now. Hand facing Chappies have that first place spot.
Yeah, they have that spot handily at the moment here, but that spot's not going to be guaranteed. And Malabuka gets knocked by Savage. So that 2
Oh my god, that's so good damage.
started off with a blow against Malabuka. And I've already said, Savage and Jordan Benji do really well when they get the first knock.
Almost
On
like
it.
the first 2 shots was almost down. He's not going to be down.
So
It's a different fight. He's
we're
gonna
built
land.
at horrible.
Now he's gonna actually get-
Yo,
He
let the
can
man
go
eat his
2
minis, bro.
times.
Let the man eat his minis.
53 of speed total. Mustache, no idea what
He's playing on EUs. Okay, his team EU. I'm on 12.
Okay, look how you even out the skills. It's still 3v2 though. It's gonna be 3-2 in just mere moments. A few players also gone down in other fights around the map.
GT9 died.
I understand.
Working really, really
Listen, I
well.
understand a few players are going down everywhere, but this is right here. This is the moment. This is what everyone has on notice. And I've seen this engagement before, but remember what happened last time, just last game, Shio? Who was there waiting to greet them with open arms? Michael's trio waiting to get those lobby points here as you see the disengage happen, and the fireworks happen real fast. Just like that, it's over. Everyone leave. All right, go home. Put away your phones. Stop recording. It's over.
No encore, no encore at all.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Scram.
No concert for Head Tyson and Chatmix. There is no opening performance for these guys at all, really, except for that one game that I keep mentioning with Stomp that can roll by.
I was going to say, I'm
We're still confused. That's the like, what the heck happened?
Perplex. Perplex, my guy. And it has to be from the Guardian. That's the only sight line that I could see that you could kind of shoot your way through. I mean, we've seen it with Kemi Sati to be able to do that. This is, you wanted to taste the Dirty Dogs contest. Here it is.
Yeah, this one is a little bit more long and drawn out. For Steamy Stacks, I feel like it's a little bit more sophisticated. There's like a definite rig you can look at, and you can see, you can track the outcome.
18 build on CC, on CL.
What is bad, people are fair.
On CL, Petra.
At Dirty Dogs, it's dirty. It's a spring fight. Everyone's just going down, getting whatever they can. If
Zoned 1 of 9.
absolutely, completely throwing your life on the line. You can see
Okay, there's a minute 30 to zone.
This fight starts inside Dirty sometimes, goes all the way to the shores, past the crash site. It gets crazy.
I
Yeah,
got
it's
the
all
word.
gone
It's
crazy.
no holds bar. That's what it is right there.
God, okay, so King Michael, Mitchell has 13 builds,
Madness that's happening
0
here, but
kills,
so far
all
this
his team has 0. Actually, it's Richard.
You got some points here. I mean,
5
it's not as drastic, it's not as black and white as the engagement out there.
Minute to zone and the right on zone. They're gonna have to start rotating.
Crash site, you see the slipstream right there. Be able to disengage, be able to get out.
Usually a team that gets the bully them 24/7. We saw City came fatigued with a lot of early game Elam, sometimes all three. Giving dirty dogs last season, but when it's contested, it's kind of harder to confirm those eliminations. When it's uncontested, you see sometimes City came propping up.
I'm turning this up so it covers up the game. You guys, wait, no, you guys didn't do it.
Now you're seeing the leaderboard going into this match here. Hen, Tayson, Chapix here, 143. And you're seeing the rest of the board here. Save It, who's been having a great game, very quiet, in that Kiriachi spot. You know what I mean? But wait a minute, they're doing really well. If they could kind of have this performance in day 2, no doubt they'd be up on the board. Of course, you see the top 10 coming up by Flo's trio. But that's where I'm like, what's going to happen? That's what excited me the most about Grand Royale, that double the points. It's not like big bonus. It's not all about elims. We all remember that clip there of Nick Merckx and Aiden popping off, but that was all elims based. Everything is doubled. Placement, and it lasts the entire match. All the way up to
That's Thomas H. Young good. He has 132 builds. Oh my god.
You think so?
So here's Matt. 3 minutes till next zone. Or, sorry, 3:30. 3 minutes and 30 seconds till next zone.
When you're like in 20th, 30th place, you know, when you're down bad in terms of, hey, you know, the prize pool's not going to be that different as well. If we get a little bit more, let's not try as hard. People are going to be at maximum 100% at all times. Look at that prize pool difference too, right? This is thousands of dollars the way that Grand Royale set up. It is like life-changing money in differentials. So every team's going to be pushing for it. The double points are going to entice them to keep going. They're going to be online for all games. You see this sometimes, game 5, 6.
Yes.
Right? Some of those lower place teams get a little bit trolly with it. They go all in off spawn. They're not as reserved. But I feel like tomorrow, no matter what, every Elam will matter till that last game. And people will really push to just get as many points as possible.
You're seeing the pushes that Vidil's doing, using the car. I like to call it ride and spray.
Okay.
Ride and spray, you know. We've seen that plan work out for a lot of trios ever since the vehicles got introduced. You just go ahead and just spray at multiple builds and towers. This is another taste. I'm happy that we get to see Save It, Matzo Amplify. Of course, Matzo Amplify way back in Season 5 with Benji, of course, trying to
is doing good.
Claim. They've been working with their hard find and
got a power plant, okay.
Their old school trios. Now they pick up Save It, who's I like to call him the Reboot King. You know, he's won one. I feel like when you win one, you automatically get placed that tag of Reboot King. So Save It right now, Matzo Amplify, doing pretty decent considering they come out of Coral. And you're taking a look at the mini-map. They got a clean rotation in just by using the rivers and the lakes that they're used to.
Power Saving as well. Recent signing. OCE dipping into EU.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it's about drive. I'm not going to do it.
Not yet at least.
I stay humble.
We're waiting until day 2.
No, day 2. That is when it's really going to happen here. I agree.
Oh.
Force to be
That
taken out.
was some good.
Jose, it looks like.
Flames Flower has a kill.
Just rocks in Bat Sniper again. Getting lobby focused when there is no chance for a lobby focus, so to speak. It just feels like they're always.
Minute 20 to next zone.
Oh, I've been there. I've been there before in a tournament where you feel like every time you get eliminated quickly, and it's from different people. I don't understand. Is it the outfit that I'm wearing? It's a bad place to be, and Bad Sniper's no doubt feeling that. But now we're getting into, if this where the zone is, based on where the players are playing, Shayo, I don't like this type of plays. I've been seeing it all the time where you kind of sit up in these towers, these satellite towers, and this is where you have to hope you hit your shots. I know the semi-auto sniper from Scram's hands could do some things, but oftentimes these trios, unless Storm pushes up here, they're in trouble when it pulls off the mountain. So that's what I'm worried about. I think those trios have to hit their shots unless, of course, Storm Church is going to show up. But every time I see that beat, I'm like, I'm not going to dance to it. I'm not going to dance to it.
Hey, you got forced to once that second zone closes in. Yeah, right now on first, it might not be the biggest thing, but a lot of the times people swimming and moving by, just like you see on Melody's screen. you know, they can't go anywhere else.
No, I'm not. No.
So it's huge. Captain will be able to help a little bit
No
of them
tags.
as well.
No
Nope.
tags, bro. I
Fine.
didn't see a single tag. That's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's the play to make, but at the same time, you'll be seeing the deals with the riding around and shooting the shots. I think, no doubt, they're going to be way ahead of Storm Surge, more so than any other team that's already perched up.
But hey, something has to be working, right? Because Cappy had first place.
Oh, I was trying to jump. I didn't want to jump.
Genesis with Donald O'Reilly, 108 points in triple digits. They're using the same strat.
Yeah.
They have to be staying above Storm Surge. You can't
The
not
wheels
have a
fall
good plan.
off. The wheels fall off.
They've been on so far, though, right? Look, the Nassau Dizzy Queasy doing the same thing.
Dude, Anna's doing good. He got the
I
mythic
think
first.
Levin
What
already
the
hinted
heck?
at that. You know, the experience of
I'm
Melodi's
so
team,
confused.
all of a
Alright,
sudden.
hold up. What is
See,
this?
I don't know, confused.
that's a metaphor right there in potion. See the flip over? See the Thomas AC trio knows how to flip back on the wheels when they flip. I could go on forever with metaphors. We all know the FNCS community loves when we talk about metaphors and similes. So right now, Nas, City, and Queasy are at least are looking really good, and their tank of gas is close to full. Oh my.
Oh god.
Ouch.
That's what we like to see, Chimki. Had no chance.
No chance. That's what you got.
Camping trip in the mountains. Impossible edition.
I'm going to celebrate this. That man turned into a llama for them.
Yeah, that's true.
He just did. He turned it into a llama.
Same
Look at
day
all.
delivery on all the loot.
Same
That is
day
actually
delivery.
insane.
Yes.
Oh my god.
When I was seeing Clementus and Loki, they actually haven't gotten too hot and active really at all inside the fights. They kind of, you know, taste test a few trios here and there in terms of picking apart some damage, backing off. This time looks like a little bit of an all-in onto lane. Oh my goodness. The default aim, like, I forget, watching this man, was it in Rito Row? I gotta let Levin, like, correct me maybe, possibly. It was Rito, yeah. Like, seeing him just pop off, carry teams early game, at the same time, just do some insane stuff end game, especially in, like, reboot formats, semifinals as well. You forget how good he is, man. Like, in terms of frag potential, he's top 5 in the region.
Yep. Definitely. And of course, he was, well, you know, pairing up with Fremont, and that was a very scary trio when he was part of that. So let's see what this, can we say, Teak, this is a scary situation. Going up against Aqua. Oh, Roki gets greeted with the blast, and a trade happens. Now, Rinsen here, who's a skilled fighter, is going to have to hold on all by himself as Aqua's on the ropes. Just 291 above, but it doesn't matter. If you get lobby focus, you're not going to be able to survive. Goes down for a dip into the lair. Now it's going to be able to group up together and hopefully survive this with the chug splashes. If this metal builds could fully form, they could be okay. You have to stand just a little bit more. And this lobby's not going to let this go. No way.
I need to know Aqua's internet service provider as well. Not a single shot going through the wall. Not a single one taken either. Insanity, but I think he finally got shotgun down.
Aqua's downed.
Facilities basically to be able
Gold
to
Risen A7 and 0 kills. Aqua had 1 and just died. 30 gold. Sun 2 of 9.
Holding on, putting belief everywhere, but that's all it is really, right? Belief's not fully concrete. When push comes to shove, that's what happens. And Reason now, he's kind of by himself, and I don't think Ariga's going to get out for free with that POI for the next, like, 10 minutes. Even maybe the next game. There's too many trios there.
As you see, Murstache and Malabuka, who kind of survived that engagement out there, bringing them back. Now
22 above Falcon Tyson
pick is not
in
looking
his
good.
game because they're, I think they're winning.
Get a trade knock. Now Malabuka is gone. But hey, you're talking about staying up on the mountain. They did do their work. 222 above.
And 5.
And we saw that they were able
my
to
god.
hold on tonight. I think what's interesting is sometimes you get
Falcon over 0 kills.
just like Thomas HD, Tayson could feel comfortable with that.
Okay. First place is Falcon Tyson, Gold Hand, and Falcon Ugla
Greeted with some shots.
with 143 points.
Luckily there's no ciphers.
That's why people get to take these types of tags and trades as well, right?
Yep.
The bases are working. Look at this, though. Setting down, Cammy no shields, Teak in trouble. Malabuka Mustache popping off inside the feed, so, hey, they disengaged, and they actually have something to do with this game. Both CB Stacks trios actually have the first time in a while inside the same game. Kevin Floki also ended up wrapping up Default and Fury. No matter how many replays we have of the man rolling in, it's not going to be enough if you don't actually from the fight. The mean much.
Good guys.
Pops off. Rossetti now fully down and Cammy back in operating form. I think they really need to win this fight. I'm not sure there's a reboot anywhere at all though.
Cammy and Sedetik
My cousin just is for some probably gonna have to go, guys. But you guys can find it in party or whatever. Hi, Bryn. I know. Do you want to come in here and just shut the door? I know. Just get her out if you want.
I can show you how far the fall is from the cliff they're on right now in terms of being at second place, being inside.
FNCS. So what it is it's a tournament, and the winner wins $5 million. And I'm playing in it. And then I'm watching other people. Yeah, he's mean though. Don't pet him, okay? Okay, good, because I don't want you. She can open the door. Just put my beanbag chair in front of the door, and then it'll be fine. One second, I'm gonna finish up this game, then we can do whatever, okay? Just put the beanbag chair there. Just pick it up. It's not that heavy. And by that heavy, I mean. Okay, yeah, guys. Face Tyson. 131 builds. I'm not actually playing enough to yes, I'm just doing my cousin that. So she can tell that it's an important tournament or game. Because I really don't want to. I didn't shake down the kid. Oh my god.
Taking a look at this zone that you see here. It's the mountain zones. We kind of talked about what's your favorite zone to see on the high bower. A lot of the casters wanted the mountain zone. It's the ultimate test here. And I have to say that Thomas HD and Tayson, both of those trios are looking really good. Considering Thomas HD lands out there in Caddy, he's going to have that prime position on that mountain. I want to take a look at over there. Maybe we get a shot to see who has it. Yes, there they are. Look at this beautiful base. I love it. They have all these...
What, sir?
Angles. They have little cheeky edits here with the half stairs. Maybe a...
For now, though, we saw what happens to Thomas HD with these zones. Once that half and half locks in, it's a banknote that you're turning on the other side. It's currency you're tumbling off your finger. What I'm trying to say is that it's
Could over here then? No.
So basically, what ends up happening for this team, if they don't pull zone and it's max, Thomas HD never is able to hold on. It's been a curse for them, I believe, all the way.
Then it's not even a lot of people will be walking on like 7-Eleven. Also, probably wouldn't.
Mountain in this position, and it was just an absolute disaster at the same time to face the Catholics in hand. They're also moving to a certain side.
Took forever for that kid to die.
Center as well, because you're teetering off from either side, or you're stuck in a valley. You just have to pray that coin flip works in your favor.
Yeah, and it looks like the Spaniards right now are cooking because they were able to get Noah Riley eliminated. The Spaniards, very dangerous. Crow and Co. are looking to move up the board. They finished last season, like I mentioned, in 10th place.
Guys, we're going way better. Or not way better, but you guys get what I mean. Better.
See where the power position really is for this. Anywhere you want inside the zone. You can also rotate late, and not many people are always going to be looking up. The later the game goes, right, the more every team starts to look down towards other teams around them. So being that high up on a mountain, it's like being invisible for the rest of the map.
As we're seeing Janice here to hold on, would you want to be on the back side of the mountain or the north side of the mountain?
I want to be exactly where Nos are right now, right?
Yeah, right.
North side or back side, the highest possible point.
Tell
The
us
back
where
side
this one.
is kind of overall low. There's a valley in between. There might be different creatures lurking below in the grass, and one of them actually grabs Dennis's feet. Badil is left with 2 HP. This is a horror movie right now. Cabin in the woods, so to speak, for these guys. It's not going to be a happy ending either. They go down. Oh no, that's a power trio also rolling in that has control of Mike. As a Victory Royale on the day as well, they get frozen in time at around 108 points. They have a flip-flop of games as well overall. First 6, 28th, 15th, and looks like they're on the backside now. Teak, are you going to be able to actually harpoon
I can't get this out though.
the HP, will you give it the position? You might have to because you're a solo player now. Said he's not going to be there either. You're a no player now. You're not in the server anymore. That is tough. And we talked about that Steve Paul. They didn't have that much in that game at all, but they're going to be locked in at 117 points in total. And they might fall so far. Because Thomas and Queasy, enough. They already have a Liam Sancho, and they're looking to go for so much more.
That was the second place
Give me
team
time, okay.
going down, and that's their second time they went down around the 20s. So 2 games so far not working out for the defending FNCS champions. What's working out for Thomas Stacey and Kwesi and Nas is this position and the work with that burst they are.
These bullets must have magnets inside or something. That's just not, that's never a thing.
It's mythical, dude. Dr. Sloan put some work on it. She made it.
Absolutely crazy. 1.1, 1.2K of upsurge entirely. Look at this base. Portafort apparently unvaulted for that team. Here's Teak with the beam right now. How did Seti actually end up going down? I'm looking at him. He actually probably was way far ahead by himself. When he ends up getting taken out, you have to have strength in numbers as you move in these final games.
Oh, oops.
Flying up in the sky, but every launch pad is going to be nerfed at the moment because there's mountains in the way.
And we're seeing that Zone 5 is pulled on the south side of the mountain here.
Zone 5, 40 seconds to next zone.
Tayson with a beautiful slide into the mountain DMs right now in a safe place with a great metal haze.
Fucking Tayson's doing good, guys.
And now they're looking
17 players left. Or, yeah.
They're catching up right now.
Not
This is first place for Ubi
not many
Rwanda.
players
If you look at
left.
the Elam feed, that's second place for UOB basically because Thomas HD is lining up the feed. They have the best spot on the map as well. It'll be really tough for any team to really push for the sky. They got peppers.
I did not know that actually blew up. Oh my god.
If anyone does launch pad,
Jesus.
or go for high ground, we've watched it happen in mountain zones. They will be by themselves in their own universe. 80 tiles in the sky.
Bro, and they have like almost max mats for each of like 2 of them at least, over 100 apiece. No one's taking this high ground.
And look at where the zone is going, off the mountain entirely through a valley. Every second this zone moves, you're basically losing 1 tile of low ground entirely. You're getting higher if you're on high ground over and over again. So Kwesi needs to start going down fast. If they slip, make 1 mistake, that's instant fall damage. That's the game just ruined.
We're just seeing this beautiful structure created here on the team on high ground. That is 3rd place going into that, and like you mentioned, overtaking 2nd place considering Cammy went down earlier. But look at the madness that's happening down on the low ground. Floki seems already moving in, but we're
Falcon Tayson.
on second firm high.
Oh my god, he is crap. He doesn't have a single kill. His team only has 1, but still, he's not dying and he's still first.
That is this mountain that no shots are crossing into the POV.
Thank you.
He's gonna glide on down with ease and grace and be
Thanks.
with his trios. And now on the front side of the storm, looking mighty burn and no doubt rack up eliminations.
Oopsie doo.
As long as they are, they can hold on to that top spot. Thomas have to make everything up with just eliminations. This should be impossible. Looking at their lead, but Tayson going for a little bit of retail space control.
Where is he?
Huge mistake can take a lot of damage.
They can't do that. Don't take those peaks.
I'm watching for the notice that I died.
And focus on the storm.
They're still so high up in the sky, you can see how far below things are dropping. And there's a bounce back over a mountain, off the mountain, back down to a beach. Melody, this is going to be a very tough song for you to sing, my friend, as a solo as well, with no match left. This is the worst song to
Okay,
be in.
Modus. Yeah, he's gonna die.
He's holding on to a top 5.
He's storm locked.
He's not going to find that much as all. Leader goes down to the field.
That's why we're just running right into the enemies. Just died.
He's raking in free placement. What a way to just keep yourself in the game.
Just to get that last note, nicely done here. But the big song that's happening, the hit maker, Easy Thomas, AC and Nas, with a beautiful hold here on high.
I know, guys, you guys are so jealous. I have an iPhone 6 Plus. I know. I'm just so mad that my parents wouldn't get me the iPhone 5. Like, oh, the iPhone minus 5. So good. Actually, no, I think I'm getting an iPhone 5.
Tayson might have a chance considering he just got a refresh.
Not the refresh, these many pads. Every refresh they're getting right now is a team that's also in absolute shambles. It's just 150 max. You can barely even use that to navigate through 3 different boxes right now.
Falcon Tayson only has 2 builds. Sorry, not 1 build. That's your build.
Still needs to lock in. 2's going down.
Falcon Ugley has 2 kills. I'm going for them. I think that they're gonna win day 1 at least. They're gonna get the most points in day 1.
Going down to a beam. They got exposed for half a second, and Thomas AC is there to just rip off the heads. And now, with the harpoon play, is looking to do a little bit of the same type of cosplay, going for any headshots, but it's not going to be possible from the box. that he's in right now. This is going to be tough.
Oh.
Gotta be sneaky, but have to make so much noise to be able to find just a single.
Okay.
There it is. The left-right pump combination, distraction there for Hen to make the shot, and now they're really moving up. No match though. They have to be able to make this work. Another pump. It doesn't land. It's all up to Tayson now.
Tayson here is on the wrong side of this movie.
Man, Tayson's side, okay.
Now he's on the wrong side, but Benji is still in this fight, and Thomas HD dips his toe into the fight
Yeah,
and
Benji.
gets some elimination. He's gonna go back up, and my prediction, the fast forward is here. Got a couple more matches, but it's a matter of moments here before another victory royale goes to Thomas HD, Queasy, and Anas. Book it. There it is, and a huge one it is, Shayo. So many
Thomas HD just got the victory. Oh my god, that was so clean. Storm jump. That storm jump though.
And they were in home turf this time. They showed you how things operate when you're inside their house. A VR for them. Game 5-2 on the day. That should be close to almost a first place catch up. But man, they're looking mighty strong right now, Sancho.
Ask me anything. I'm in the zone. Ask me any prediction. I am in the zone. I mean, yes, it was pretty much a helping hand there from the mountain, but it's just a rapid moment. But great job done. And Thomas HD and Anas, at least those two are shaking off the ghost pass of their hype holes in previous season. And no doubt Queasy, the addition of Queasy is huge because Queasy was known as a high ground warrior when he won the FNCS championship in his run.
Absolutely. This is a day 2 trio as well, doing this good on day number 1. Zeke, what do we have to say about that? Are they a problem?
Shayo Wager, yes, of course. But really quickly, I do have to say, Sancho West is correct. He is now opened his third eye. He is trying to mirror Reese there on the as a caster. So Shayo Wager, good luck. Best of luck,
like
friend.
3 seasons ago, my prediction was way off the last. Come on, let's
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're giving him a bit too much credit there, big man, but you know, happens.
It happens. It happens. Great game coming out. Queasy, of course. I don't know how Sancho West finally tapped into that third eye and said, that's it, game over, call it. 22 people left in the game. This is Thomas HD win, baby. I know I can see the future, but hey, they come out with 10 eliminations as well. Now, I love this, but we can't forget about tomorrow, right? Think about this in tomorrow's setting. Double points. If this is happening tomorrow, they can probably more than likely going to close out this tournament with these kinds of points.
Well, yeah, of course they had a great game, but they're also being helped by the fact that some of their biggest competitors had some struggles. Right? You look at that game, Cammy Sittins, who have been so consistent throughout the course of today, right? They ran into a bit of trouble, which is unlike them, it seems, Irie.
Yeah, it's very, very like them. We're used to seeing top 10s every single game for them, double points, but we saw Say go down in that engagement in Retail Row, eventually get rebooted by Teak, which is great, but they were just in such a late position. And you can see them rotating all around the east side, which we saw Cammy being picked up alongside Say on this rotate. It was too late for them, unfortunately. Did get the heal onto Michael, but Teak eventually ended up going down. That engagement in Retail Row really, really, really messed them up, but let's be real, we can't do anything but celebrate the back-to-back wins of Thomas HD, Queasy, and Anas.
Yeah, nah, really, really good stuff. Look, I want to sit here and give you, you know, expert analysis. These guys are just really good. Right? You can see the high hold here. We've spoken about this before, but we'll emphasize it again. Thomas and Nas and Flick off the pass, they weren't the best on height. They do it sometimes, but when you add Queasy, someone who is just a height veteran, it just gives you so many more options, and it's made them that much stronger. Then when you have a Thomas HD who's gonna somehow survive situations like this because he's just an unreal human, I really don't get it, Thomas. You're just gonna win games. Like it's a perfect formula.
It really is. I actually wasn't sure how this team would do. Like when they combined, you know, putting that Queasy power in there. I was thinking, are these guys going to be like the height dominant force that we've seen? Are they going to be a mid or low ground team? They just do it all right now. They managed to get 2 back-to-back victories on the height, so huge from them. And look, they've now caught up so close to Hen, Tayson, and Chapix, only 4 points behind. But look at the gap between second to third so far. Seti, Kemi, and Teak performing really, really well today. Almost kind of showing
Oh my god.
they're so good. But look at the distance. It's still almost 40 points between them.
Yeah, nah, it is really impressive stuff from them. I think they've really grown as a trio in such a short amount of time. Let's take a look at that next page where we have Flois, Elfa, and Scram in 11th. Bit of a rocky day from them, right? A couple games where they've gone down a bit too early, it feels like, in those moving zones. But nevertheless, a lot of these teams here are not out of it. In fact, a lot of these teams here will be thinking, day 2, it's over. Double point, I'm really coming for you. Now, I'm going to say something that some people might find unpopular. They might not like me for this.
Hot take, okay.
The first place team, Hen, Tayson, Tapix. I don't like what I'm seeing.
Oh.
They have been great. The pop-ups have been great. The individual brilliance has carried them. Like, their brilliance is crazy. But they seem a bit disjointed at times in endgame. Hen sometimes all over the place. Tayson on his own doing Tayson things. Trappist on his own doing Trappist things. And sometimes it works, like today, and they'll be in first place. But they're not a cohesive unit, it feels like right now. And going into tomorrow, you really want that along with the individual brilliance.
Yeah, they have to be able to perform every single match, keep it together, and I'm totally with you, to be honest. We even said this in the back when we were watching. You've seen Hen target, and then usually he's the one who's sitting right at the back. Maybe they're trying something up a little bit different. Maybe he's just taking over moments, but we've also seen so many duo plays in endgame, which end up clutching into solo plays, which get them tons of points because that individuality that's so good from them, but they're not doing it as one cohesive unit, like you said.
It's a curveball. It's a red herring. It's a distraction. And then day 2, they're gonna come back and be like, all right, guys, now we're playing for real. Sorry about that. We're just trying to
Go.
just confuse you a little bit. Then tomorrow, the real games begin for them. This is it. Last game in Europe. I don't know how this day has flown by. I know. It's all right. This is it, man. We're doing this one last time. So, Sancho, shall we? Back over to you.
Let's go, the Game 6 vibes. Rolling in for day number 1, a whole slew of games with double points tomorrow.
Okay, well, bye.
So it's huge. We got 2 trios basically singing, I'm an island boy, basically by themselves. 20 points ahead, 40 points ahead actually. Everyone else in the pack